It's okay to do Afrobeat. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't run away from it. However, if you need to create a different genre, before that genre becomes accepted or acceptable, I feel like you should have certain structures, and you should have stayed for a good number of months or years where the structures are solidified. That way, it doesn't become a 9 days wonder. Like you can't just do something in two songs, two records, and be like, oh, this is the type of music, and then after those two records, boom, you switch to the next one. That's very confusing. So Afrobeat has been nurtured for years, and now it's ripe. Now it's solidified. So let's try as much as possible not to confuse the world with different subgenres. Africa is known for Afrobeat as we speak. Great, I love it. If people want to have Afro pop, Afro fusion, and all of that, they are allowed to, but they should not dismiss the fact that they've done Afrobeat before or some of their records are Afrobeat. Hello, beautiful people, global citizens. Welcome to this channel. Hey, what's up, beautiful people, global citizens? You're welcome to Afro 360 on Cosmopolitan Studios. It's another edition of conversations around Africa, conversations around the entertainment industry, the culture of Africa. I love to talk about it because it's an emerging market. It has potential, and the world is beginning to notice Africa. So I always love to talk about it. So if this is your first time watching something on this channel, I want to say welcome. We are a beautiful family that believes in global experience, sharing global experiences. We do stuff around different things, different cultures, different people. But on this particular show, we focus on Africa. That's why it's Afro 360. But we have other stuff. We talk about love sometimes. We hit the street sometimes, and then we pick people's opinions. But let's focus on today, why we are here on Afro 360. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please go ahead and take a second and subscribe to the channel. You can give us some thumbs up here and there. Then also smash that like button. They all kind of help with the algorithms and help spread the word when it comes to getting some new viewers and helping the community to grow essentially. So my name is YB, and I love doing this, and I love that you are here to watch this show. It means a lot to me. You could have done many different things with your time, and so I really appreciate you. So if you have already subscribed and liked the video and shared it, let's go straight into it. What are we talking about today? So I've done a few videos about on African music, the African music industry, Nigeria, Ghana, the whole Afrobeat conversation, how it started, who took it from where to what point, and who continued, who added some different spices to it, the various incorporations, variations, rhythms, melodies that has made it more attractive. So I've talked about it in some of my videos, so you can always, check it out. Today I have a different angle to look into. The angle I'm looking into today is before the global acceptance and success of Afrobeat, which we all know about today, from the Come Down by Rema, the Last by Burna Boy, the Davido's Unavailable, the Stone Boys, Into the Future, Therapy, the King Promise, Terminator, the Ayora Stars, Rush song. Hey, the songs are a lot. They are all out there. I know you know it. You've been dancing to it on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and at the clubs and parties, so you know it. But now Afrobeat, or African music, like I call it, I'm not a big fan of Afrobeat being the only focus. I'm a fan of African music because I believe Africans have more to give the world. It's not just Afrobeat. So Afrobeat is one genre, but there are a lot more different genres that we can give the world. So I believe in Afrobeat. I love Afrobeat, but I think the bigger picture is African music. So I always propagate that we should focus on African music and not just Afrobeat, because there are a lot of people who do different stuff. However, now Afrobeat is here, it's ripe, it's gotten attention, acceptance. Now even Grammy is recognizing African music and Afrobeat and all of that. They are hitting charts. We are topping charts, Billboard charts, Spotify, Apple, all of that. So Afrobeat is successful. It's known. It's global. But in the last couple of weeks, people feel, or I've been having conversations around the fact that Afrobeat is gonna hit a saturation point, or it's gonna hit a concentration point, over concentration or saturation, where it's like people, it's become monotonous. It's become one way. You know, when you hear something over and over again, you are looking for variety, and if you don't get that variety, you might move on to the next person who has that variety, because you're tired of hearing the same thing. So people are scared that Afrobeat is going to hit a saturation point if it hasn't already done that. That could be true, because when you keep doing the same thing and people keep listening to it, hearing it, they get tired and they want something different. And so that will not be an inaccurate statement or projection. I think that could happen if it hasn't already happened. We've heard Burna Boy talk about how he does more than just Afrobeat, because Afrobeat for him is just a vibe and it really has no substance. That was very controversial, but he said it. And so Burna Boy is trying to diversify, and I applaud him for that. Hey, that's what he should do. If you want to stay relevant, you gotta diversify. You need to be versatile. You need to be able to tap into different areas and facets, different territories, and make yourself all rounder. So that's great. Burna Boy, salute. Davido has been doing it. Wizkid has been doing it. Stonebwoy has been doing it. King Promise has been doing it. Sarkodie has been doing it. Ayura Stars, Nasty C from South Africa, they've all been doing it. Jackie, I love all of them. Now the question is, some new artists that are coming up, or even some of the old ones, like I said, Burna Boy said he does more than Afrobeat, are now trying to create different genres and running away from the fact that they do Afrobeat. When you interview them, they've been on a few podcasts, a few interviews, and when they ask what song or what genre they are into, they mention stuff like Afro fusion, Afro pop, Afro emo, Afro whatever. So like everybody's just throwing Afro there and adding whatever they want to add to it. It's like as long as you have Afro, which means Africa, quote unquote, everything else that follows is your own creation. So people are kind of like creating a lot of sub-genres, and it's becoming confusing. And my point is that let's be careful not to bring less attention to Afrobeat, because we've put in a lot of work. The world loves it. The world is enjoying it. The world is paying for Afrobeat, and we are making money off it. So it's okay to do Afrobeat. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't run away from it. However, if you need to create a different genre, before that genre becomes accepted or acceptable, I feel like you should have certain structures, and you should have stayed for a good number of months or years where the structures are solidified. That way, it doesn't become a 9 days wonder. Like you can't just do something in two songs, two records, and be like, oh, this is the type of music, and then after those two records, boom, you switch to the next one. That's very confusing. So Afrobeat has been nurtured for years, and now it's ripe. Now it's solidified. So let's try as much as possible not to confuse the world with different subgenres. Africa is known for Afrobeat as we speak. Great, I love it. If people want to have Afro pop, Afro fusion, and all of that, they are allowed to, but they should not dismiss the fact that they've done Afrobeat before, or some of their records are Afrobeat. They want to add variations. They should take their time and build the structures where they have lots of engineers who are in that, or who produce that genre of music or songs. They should have writers that understand that particular genre. They should have a concept of styling, of performance, of energy. They should have music executives and some record labels that are ready to embrace that genre, because it has the structure. So that way, when you promote it to the world, you appear serious. I know Stoneboy does Afro dancehall. He's been doing it for years because dancehall originally is from Jamaica, but he added the African twist to it, and he calls that Afro dancehall. And he's been doing it for a while now. So there's a structure for Afro dancehall. Um, Afrofusion, Davido, Wizkid, some other people have mentioned Afrofusion before, the Kiss Daniels and all of that. So Afrofusion, maybe we could accept that genre, but beyond, and some say Afropop. Um, I have to do more digging into Afropop, but Afropop, Afrofusion, Afro dancehall, they can all be great so long as we put in the structures. But for now, let's not dismiss Afrobeats. It's the number one. I wouldn't say it's the mother of African music. I think the mother of African music is African music. So if you tell anybody from any part of the world that this is African music, they should be able to appreciate the fact that it is made by Africans. And for me, that is the emphasis. Music made by Africans, music produced by Africans, music originated by Africans, music propagated by Africans. That way they know this is from Africa. But the genre shouldn't really be the focus. So we Africans should really put it out there. We do African music. Afrobeat is one of them, and it's great. Maybe in the future, Afrofusion, Afropop, Afro dance will also become as great. America has pop, dancehall, pop, R&B, soul, jazz, hip hop. They're all doing great. Jamaica has dancehall, lavish rock, reggae. They're all doing great. So far as you have the structure for it, you're allowed to diversify it, but don't kill a creation that is successful. In this case, Afrobeat, just because you want to promote another genre. No, we can have multiple. And again, I said in my videos that Africa should be focused on exporting very commercial artists to the rest of the world, irrespective of the kind of music they do. Because you have very traditional people who do very traditional African music, where there are the African elements, even the style of dancing, the rhythm, the rhyme, the melody is really different and very traditional. Whether it's in Yoruba, Hausa, Swahili, whatever native local dialects we have, they do that, and it's Africa. The Yvonne Chakachakes have done it. The Brenda Fassies have done it. The Nanam Pedus have done it. The Osibises have done it. So African music is African music. That should be the focus, and we can have multiple. But guys, let's not run away from Afrobeat, because Afrobeat is here to stay. And so Nigerians, you contributed immensely to the success of Afrobeat. Let's own it. Let's be proud of it. And let's keep giving the world good Afrobeat records. So this is what I have to say about it. And so, hey, it's Africa to the world, man. Let's keep making great music. Wiela from Ghana, she's great. Very traditional. Kina Yusoba used to be great. He's still around, I think. Other guys from other parts of the African continent. So let's keep giving the world good music, good records, and let the record labels go to Africa and help elevate the artists that are coming out or coming up, and let's transport them or export them to the rest of the world, I should say. Yes, it's all about a global culture, global cultural experiences, cross culture, and all of that. So that's what we promote and propagate on this channel. My name is YB, and this video, if it has been helpful to you, please feel free to share, like it, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think, and if you have any additions or some corrections, hey, feel free, man. It's a democracy. Everybody's got something important to say if only you make time to listen to them. So my name is YB. Thank you so much for watching, and keep it safe out there. Keep winning. I'm out.